They say the eyes are the window to the soul, and though we often use that phrase without thinking too deeply about it, psychology and human behavior studies show there's an undeniable truth hidden inside those words. Because when a person truly loves you, their gaze carries something that words cannot fully explain. Something unspoken yet powerful enough to silence the noise of the world around you. Something that tells you in an instant that you are safe, valued, and seen in a way that goes beyond casual interaction or polite acknowledgement. And this is because our eyes are controlled by the same nervous system that responds to emotion, meaning that no matter how much we may try to hide our feelings, the truth often leaks out through our pupils, our micro-expressions, and the subtle ways we focus our attention. Psychologists have found that when we are emotionally aroused, whether by fear, excitement, or deep affection, our pupils can dilate up to 45% more than normal, a silent biological signal that we cannot fake at will. And when two people share genuine love or attraction, this dilation often happens in sync, creating an unconscious mirroring effect that deepens emotional connection without either person fully realizing it. And perhaps this is why so many great poets, novelists, and lovers across history have spoken of the look in their eyes as something unforgettable, because that look carries both the raw honesty of the human nervous system and the deep vulnerability of the human heart. Think about it. When you're speaking with someone you truly care for, you naturally hold their gaze a little longer than usual, not out of force, but because your mind is captivated and your attention is entirely present in that moment, and they, in turn, might notice that your eyes soften, that your facial muscles relax, and that you blink less frequently, which according to body language research are all signs of trust, comfort, and affection. And the beauty of it is that these cues are universal across cultures, meaning that love's gaze is a language every human being can understand, even without a single word being spoken. But there is more to this than just physical cues. There's an emotional energy in the eyes that no microscope can measure, a warmth that seems to glow from within when someone looks at you not as an object or distraction, but as a person whose presence they cherish, whose well-being they value, whose absence they would feel deeply. And this is why you can sometimes tell that someone loves you even in complete silence, because their eyes tell a story their mouth may never have the courage to say aloud, a story of shared moments, quiet care, and the kind of deep-rooted affection that cannot be faked. Eye contact in love is not just about looking. It is about seeing. And in psychology, there is a powerful distinction between the two. Looking is a visual process, but seeing is an emotional one. And when someone loves you, they see you in your fullness, your flaws, your struggles, and your triumphs, and they do not turn away. Instead, they allow their eyes to linger as if gathering fragments of you to keep safe in their memory. And this is why people who are in love often report feeling known by their partner even without much conversation, because so much of their understanding passes through that unbroken gaze. Modern neuroscience tells us that prolonged, affectionate eye contact triggers the release of oxytocin, often called the love hormone, which not only increases feelings of trust and bonding, but also reduces stress levels and creates a loop of emotional safety, meaning that the more you look into each other's eyes with love, the more your brains chemically reinforce the connection, making you literally wired to feel closer. And perhaps this is why so many couples speak of feeling addicted to each other's presence. It's not just poetic exaggeration. It's biology and emotion dancing together in perfect rhythm. When you're trying to know if someone truly loves you, don't just listen to their words, because words can be rehearsed, borrowed, or spoken out of politeness. Watch instead for quiet consistency in their eyes. Notice if they light up when you enter the room, if they look at you in moments when there's no reason to, when they're not performing for anyone else, when it's just you and them in a small slice of shared time. And in those moments, if you catch their gaze and feel the warmth of their presence without a single syllable exchange, you may already have your answer, because love, in its truest form, is not always loud. It often whispers to the eyes long before it shouts through the lips.